And good morning. I'm trying to give me a picture of the sun here. It's real beautiful. Coming over this houses with that cloud. Oh, that's a real cloud. Ironic as it may sound, it rained last night. Every time I get upset, the weather changes. I told you guys that. But that's good. It's just weird that it hadn't rained here in so long, like about over 40 days, I would think. I don't know, maybe not. But that's what it seemed like to me. And then as usual, just like I mentioned yesterday, I put that Prosecute the Judge Part 2 on my web yesterday on YouTube. And as I was mentioning that, when I get upset, the weather changes and then fires. And there was that fire on the I-5 bridge. But anyway, even after the rain last night, there goes resurrection again. That'll be segment Ra Harate Atum Capri. All those beautiful names, and there's even more. Any name would be suitable, but not the correct one. Ain't that something? Let's go look at something else. See that sunshine? I ain't over there yet, but the sky's already blue and beautiful. See? This is where I live at, in Vancouver, Washington. It's kind of like what people consider to be the hood here. I be looking at them like, you don't have a clue about what the hood is. But the police and everybody here, because that garbage can is full like that, it's not like that all the time. The man is going to come today and empty it. That's the reason why it's like that. It's been a whole week. Today is actually the day he's coming to take that away. But there's a grip of us that live out here. All those units, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 15, 20, 30 units. I don't want to go all the way around. There's people sitting on the porch over there. I don't want to insult their privacy by pointing this camera at them. And all that good stuff. But yeah, it did rain last night. Ironic as it might sound, it always happens. When it rains and keep raining, then you should worry. I mean, if it start raining and never start raining for a long time, it's like the growth of vegetation. That's a bad sign. That's a real bad sign, especially here in the Northwest, especially with my prophecy of that fire from Canada to Mexico. We don't want that to happen, do we? Of course not. We'll just see what happens though. But I'm not the guy to fuck with. I'll tell you guys that. That's not a threat. I was instructed to say the things that I say because we've monitored the reaction of prophets and what happened to them. That's not gonna happen to me. I'm a special one. I cause damage when I get threatened. Believe that. Peace out. I was telling you guys about when I came home and somebody had broke into my house. There go the damage right there. You can see the window right there. That's what my air conditioner is at. They just went in through the window right there. That's all they did. I was growing tomato plants. I'm a vegetarian. I try to grow everything I eat. It's really hard though because, believe it or not, it's such a control thing going on where you gotta actually get all kinds of permissions and permits and all kind of stupid shit to be able to grow food. You know, well, we don't have enough space for everybody to have a garden, so woo, and it's just like do the safe way and do it the way it's been set up to be done. Don't cause no problem to do this shit. You don't like troublemakers, you get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know these gangsters running all this shit. Only problem is your ass is so freaking cosmic, you get spaceship. Make that shit don't include you. This is fucked up. It's not for me. I'm loving it, shit. Oh, my ass be dead already. I know some real gangsters. I'm talking about top of the line gangsters. Motherfuckers, I call them bitches moving cities. That's what I call them. You niggas, they know them. See that little black son of a bitch. See, when you know things, you know things. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I got these things that live in my house. They give me the confidence that I have because they do shit. They like be telling me jokes and shit. I swear I'm not lying to you. They can entertain me so much. Sometimes they make me go into meditative states without even doing it voluntarily. I just end up there. And they do stupid skits. Like skits with little kids playing in a puddle of water. I wish you could see the things they do, the acrobatics they do with the human body in these skits. They show me skits that let me see how the Europeans, when they were going into Africa, they was watching the African people mimic the movement of our cosmic bodies, the celestial bodies that we know as stars. The African people actually used to reenact that with their physicalities. And the Europeans, they saw that and they really, you know, this is what disturbs me a lot. When my mind take me in my genetic memory and I can see the past of myself and I can see how all this stuff was deliberately hid from me. Now, watch this. The cheerleadings that you see at all the sporting events that you go with, the little white girls kicking up, showing their panties and all that, it wasn't always like that. As a way of them, they always extort everything about the human physicality to make it be something that could be sold or exploited. And that's where the woman's vagina comes in at. They know how important a woman's vagina is as far as anything manifesting on earth. So they implement that it ain't shit, but then they sell it to everyone. At the sporting events, not only do you go and watch the physicality of men combating each other, you also go there to see the women showing off their physicality to straight up extortion of God. Because they didn't create these anatomies. If they did, they would find a way of sustaining themselves other than trying to exploit something and treat it in a manner that is so inconsistent with the true nature of it. Okay, back to the point. The reality of all this cosmic shit being hid and not available to people is because of the simple fact that people's minds opening up and seeing who they really are will start to depend on their spirituality more. You start to manifest meditation moments of your day more, and you would also start to be more conscious about what you put into your body. All these things is rendering them at a state of uselessness. When you start to wake up and understand all the things that I'm saying to you right now, you will definitely find yourself understanding these people to be the useless people that you do not need, because that's precisely what they are. Alright? I mean, that's exactly what they are. If you need someone to harass you and make you pay them for using the earth, then you are a very exceptional person, and I can see your ass trying to perpetuate action that'll keep those type of people around you. But me, I do not want a motherfucker around me that's going to be making me afraid that if I be a man, I'm going to have to be targeted because this one right here needs to be despiritualized. Fuck him. I do not want him around me. So I try to find my companions on the spiritual realm. And I do. Because I seek them. And I use the energy to let them know that I'm worth the time for them to come and visit me by showing them that I am not cannibalistic and I will not kill their animals and eat it. Once you eradicate that type of behavior out of your life, you will be exposed to more things on the consciousness realm. But you're not going to get this information if you're somebody that will eat animals, because they know that this information given to you will make you create bombs and methods of control over the earth and become the same damn person that I'm trying to get my mind straight enough to get the hell away from. So listen to what I'm saying. When I tell you there are spiritual beings that live in the light and someone tells you that I'm crazy, they want you to believe that, because you will not go on quest for the spiritual beings that live in the light. And if you're not in quest for the spiritual beings that live in the light, it's because they've convinced you that you should be running your ass in McDonald's, and that's probably where you at, when you should be somewhere meditating and talking to the true natural forces in our universe. You're in there giving Ronald McDonald's your money in exchange for your life, because those hamburgers and those french fries and that shake and all that other garbage you spend your money for is going to kill you. Okay, back to the lights. The manifestations of light that I'm talking about is real simple. It's called the tree of life. The tree of life is all this stuff that they try to tell you, all this woo-woo-woo-woo, the freaking Jews got a whole thing with Joshua, all those names. I don't even waste time trying to figure out. I know where that stuff came from. It ain't got nothing to do with them. Okay, the tree of life, to be real reality based on this earth, is simple. It's an ankh. If you look at an ankh is the shape of a human's body. It's got the head, the two arms out, and the legs. That ankh got a hole on the top of it for the woman's vulva, yoni, vagina, uterus, coochie, punani, all those things. And then it's got the male phallus under the bottom of it. And then to the sides in east and west direction, you will find ovaries or testicles. Call them either one you want, or both. It would be the proper way to look at it. The tree of life is a manifestation of the sunlight coming to earth, creating mediums here where it can generate life on earth. That would be the female, not the male. The sunlight put the woman here with her man, and they copulated and started life on earth. That's where it came from, just like that. The sunlight put them here. If you want proof of that, take some water, go out in the woods, leave it in there. Put a little top on top of it just to control the evaporation of the water. Go back in about 3 weeks. Where did that stuff swimming around in there come from? The sunlight mixed with the water and did it. So the tree of life is when the sunlight comes to the earth and touches the earth and brings life to it. All the sigils that you see in any given cosmic tree of life is nothing but the inhabitants of the earth moving around. There are life forms on the earth. So the tree of life is nothing but the unique connection with the sunlight and all the life that it causes on the earth. That's what it is. Don't try to look at no pattern schematic and try to make that shit on paper become more than what it is. Look at the real big picture. Look at yourself. You are the tree of life. Want me to prove it to you? If you're male, your phallus has genetics inside of it that will let you keep generating. If you find a willing woman, which I don't know why it's so easy to find women willing to have babies these days when you know your baby either going to end up in jail or in a war or turning into somebody faggot or all the stuff that we see happening in our world that is based on so much degradation that if I was a woman, I'd be scared as hell to push a baby out. Me being a man, I'm scared as hell to get a woman pregnant to push a baby out. I don't want to be responsible for that. This world is too messed up where people has too much work to do about repairing the world instead of thinking about bringing more children into the world that's going to be victimized by these vampires on this planet. Now, if you get pregnant and you have a baby, fine. But come on, see the reality of things. You do not want to have a child under these conditions. Everyone should know that. But the only people who don't think that things are as bad as they are is the people that's been coerced into believing the Bible rhetoric that for some reason people are supposed to be slaves and all that stuff. Once that Bible started telling you that God ordained slavery, it was no problem with you going along with it. That's how foolish you are for reading that damn book. Man keeps everything on the time schedule of his linear creation, okay? And it's so linear. The reason why is because there's no sense in him establishing considerations of money gain if nobody is there to buy the stuff, if nobody is there to do the work to predict the merchandise for sale. All this stuff has to be orchestrated and organized on an agreement pattern between the people that's going to be the do's and don't, and the people that's going to be the buyers and the sellers. So the only way you can do that is you got to set up a systematic area of everyone meeting at a specific time. That's the reason why time was created, so men could manipulate actions by bringing actions together under a unique, organized plan. A format of planning was the need to invent time. Now, what I mean by that is this: if things be left alone, where a person could still fend for themselves under a condition of normality out in the forest and stuff like that, you would not have to worry about watching anything go on except sunrise and stuff like that. And then you rely on what you learn from your observation of nature, of how